Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, YouTube friends and family. This is Ms Margaret coming to you this afternoon, this Thursday afternoon. This is live. I'm coming from my home to your home. This is Conversation with Ms Margaret this Thursday afternoon. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Come in the room. Come on, I'm going to wait for those of you who may be watching. Uh, if you are watching, would you please like, share, and give me a comment? And if you do, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate it. This platform is basically designed to encourage, to inspire, in some cases to inform, and just to have a conversation. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I normally am at work on today. However, we have had some inclement weather and it's very icy. And it's been like that since actually yesterday. We got some sleet and ice. I'm telling you, here in city that I live in. And so, anyway, it has, and I don't really drive on icy weather. And so, anyway, I called in, and a lot of people are off today because it's just really very dangerous driving on the ice. I mean, and I'm one that I don't want to get out there and have an accident trying to get to work. So, anyway, I'm at home today. So, I thought, let me take some time out and kind of share and hopefully inspire you today. If you're out there, again, let me know you're there. But I just wanted to come on here and share some things with you and hopefully encourage you. Well, today I want to talk about, I want to talk to you today about uh, allowing or not allowing anyone to uh, rob you of your peace or your joy. Sometimes we encounter things, some things we can't avoid. And sometimes there are situations and people or different things that come up that try to rob you of your peace. Uh, and things can be said that in to shame you or bring guilt on you. And a lot of people experience that. And sometimes it's out of circumstances that we don't even have any control over. And a lot of times I got a message. Sometimes it'll come through a message. Sometimes it'll come up, especially over social media. You know, sometimes it's just by what we watch. We can be listening to something like that, and it can rob us of our peace. It can rob us of our joy. You can go in on a job, and sometimes just the conversation that's going on, it just wants to just, it's like it sucks the air out of the room. Okay. And so we have to guard our hearts, guard our minds, and not allow that to settle in our spirits, um, that will disturb our peace. I mean, that's too much power to give anyone. Okay, so, and I believe I've done some sharing. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm not sure if I don't know how to do that yet. Y'all, I'm learning this technology. But anyway, I was sharing that not too long ago that sometimes, the environment that we're around, there's a lot of negativity that can be going on in a particular environment. But you have to set the tone. You set the boundaries. You decide, I want to how am I going to respond to the negativity that is around in my surroundings. Well, one of the things I want to do is bring positive positive um, vibes or energy into a room where I am. Uh, and so, but there are situations sometimes that where people want to, sometimes people will come in and they're just negative everything. Okay. And they'll bring up stuff that happened years and years ago, you know, to try to remind you. And that's how the enemy plays sometimes. He will bring up things that to remind you of maybe your frailties, maybe of your flaws, maybe of your mistakes of the past. But I have determined that I will not allow that to control my life. Negativity. I have been set free from the opinion of men. And that can be a fight for sometimes, a fight, the opinion of people, what they think about me. I've come to the conclusion people are going to think whatever they want to think about you. They're going to say whatever they want to say about you. And that's something that I don't have any control of. And sometimes we can spend so much energy trying to get people to understand us, trying to prove that we are good people, prove that I'm a good person, prove that I'm not out trying to hurt anybody, trying to prove that, or say, well, I did this before, doesn't that mean anything? I mean, I've come to that conclusion. It doesn't matter. You can be as good as you want to. You can invest in people's lives. You can do a whole lot of things. But sometimes, it doesn't matter. But I have to learn to move on and and allow people to think and feel whatever they want to. I cannot control how people think or feel about me. I can only control what I think and feel about me. And I say that I'm a born again believer, that I am a child of the Most High God, and that I'm the apple of his eye, and that I'm gonna live over here in the life of victory, in the life of freedom, in the life of peace and joy and faith and kindness and goodness, and love the Lord with all my heart, all my soul, my mind, my strength, and love my neighbors as I love myself. And that's the great commandment. And that keeps me free from falling into the temptation of trying to be shamed or guilt or live over in that that system of not being good enough, or what about your past and all that kind of stuff. I'm being liberated from that. That is very exhausting, trying to live up to everybody's expectation. And a lot of times people say, well, if you was all this, you would do this and all that. You can't live up to everybody's expectation. I can only live up to the expectations that God has placed in me. I'm trying to live up to what He expects of me, and it takes the heart. It takes me praying and asking God for help on a daily basis, consistently. Okay, and so if I'm out here to say anything to you today, if I can encourage you, I want to encourage you to encourage yourself, to be okay with yourself. Now I know God, there are flaws and things that's in me that God is working on me to correct. Holy Spirit will direct me. You need to clean this up in your life. And that's because I want to align myself with what for me and how He wants me to live. He wants me to live in victory. He wants me to live in peace and joy. He wants me to live in provision. He wants me to live, in health. He wants me to live and be kind. Those fruits of the Spirit, that's where God wants me to live. And learning how to walk in the Spirit so I don't fulfill the lust of the flesh. That's where He wants me to live. And so that's my aim and my goal in life. And to encourage others, to be kind to others, to love other people, and just to be that extension of God in the okay. He called me for such a time as this to encourage you, okay? To encourage others, to encourage myself, to live the best life that I can live. And so that's why I come on here sharing with you and trying to encourage you, someone that may be listening. I don't know where you are in your life. You may be experiencing some things in your health. You may be experiencing things in your career, with your family, in your marriage, in relationships, in social spaces. you know, and you feel somewhat down or discouraged. But I want to come on here and encourage you to look up, encourage yourself, and allow God to be everything that you need him to be, and you need that to be everything that he is. God is in him. I live, I move, and I have my being. And I am learning every day to trust him and to believe what he says about me, not what other people's opinions are about me. Not all of that, but it's what does he say about it. And how do I do that? I go to his word and I find what God, what do you have to say about me? What is it that you say? God said, I have a plan for you, a plan for good and not evil, a plan to give you a hope and a future, a successful end. That's God's design. That's his plan for me. And so, with that being said, I just want to encourage you today. Look up to don't allow anyone to rob you of your peace. There's peace robbers. They'll come in and they'll say, well, you know, this happened, that, and you didn't do this and you didn't perform it. Why you didn't do that? And their expectations of you, maybe you have disappointed somebody. I don't know. But I didn't meet your expectation. Okay. Wasn't that I wasn't trying to, or was I trying to? Sometimes I can't meet everybody's expectation. I can't be everything to everybody. Okay. Only God that's his position. I can't be everything to everybody. I can only be what God has called me to be. Either you accept it or you don't. Okay. And there are relationships. I'm in transition. Some people come into your life, some people leave your life. Okay. And sometimes that can be very painful. You know, sometimes we have to let go of people who don't want to be in our life, me in their life, or want you in their life. And you have to come to that place, you know, okay, all right, if that's your choice. I hate it happens, sometimes hurt, but we don't know. God may be working some things out that, you know, that season is over. Okay. I have learned to say, you know what? I won't let that allow me not to love you. But sometimes you have to learn how to love people at a distance. Okay. I hate no one. I have no animosity, bitterness, unforgiveness, or anything, or resentment for anyone. God has been cleaning that up in my life. God, anything, my whole thing is I forgive everybody because I want to be forgiven. And God has forgiven me. Okay. Therefore, uh, this the prayer that we prayed, that model prayer, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Okay. And so God has forgiven me of my trespass, and I forgive those who trespass against me. That leaves me free. I guess too much, that's too weighty to hold on to things that people have done or didn't do in my past. Maybe they weren't there when I thought they should have been there, but I'm still here. Okay. And God has provided, He's taken care of me in spite of it. So, anyway, I just wanted to come on here and share this with you. I hope everyone has a wonderful, blessed, prosperous, productive day. Encourage yourself. Don't let anyone rob you of your peace. Let the peace of God guard your heart and your mind. Until next time, bye bye.